Stress is something that every single person will endure in his or her life at some point. While there are several different kinds of stress and different ways that people handle stress, every person will have stressful times in their life. It is important for one to understand what stress is because it can do harmful things to a person's body if one doesn't take control of it. While stress is not good for the body, there are several different ways one can help them not stress out as much. According to dictionary.com, stress is known as a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. However, it is difficult to put one definition and meaning to the word stress because there are several definitions. While there are different kinds of stress, this is the stress that most people or all people will endure sometime in their life. People of all different ages can stress over anything, whether that be just stressing over homework or something much bigger than that. Anyone at any age can feel stressed. Most often, people tend to overthink a situation or an assignment due and then get worked up about it, which leads to overthinking and stressing out about whatever it is that's not going right for them. Stress isn't healthy for anyone, which is why it's important to acknowledge what it is that is stressing you out. If one realizes what it is that's stressing you out, then they can fix the issue without it getting any worse. Too much stress is hard on one's body, physically and mentally. Stress will just wear you out and can make you tired all the time, which is nothing compared to what it can do if you don't get help. According to healthline.com, stress is exhausting for one's body as well as their mind. Stress can cause harsh things on a person's body, but it really just depends on the person and how he or she handles the stress. For most people, the common side effects are not getting enough sleep, headaches, high blood pressure, etc. Although stress can cause things like that in a person's life, if one does not start to help themselves, the side effects will only get worse as long as that person continues to stress out over things. For example, too much stress for too long can cause a heart attack, pounding heart, depression, and a long list of several other serious problems. This is why it's so important to realize what the side effects are and to learn ways to cope with it. Dealing with stress is hard because it's fairly impossible to cover all the ways to deal with it. Every person has several different ways that they handle their own stress. It really just depends on what the person is stressing over. However, if one is stressing over grades and schoolwork, then trying harder and not procrastinating as long can help with that. Although sometimes it isn't something as little as that. However, one huge way to help prevent stressing so much is to manage your time. By this, one should only do what he or she can handle. Putting too much on your plate and feeling overwhelmed can cause a tremendous amount of stress. It is important to just take life day by day and to handle things as they come rather than stressing about things and situations you aren't in control of. Another thing that can be very beneficial in stressing and not stressing as much is to get organized. Organization can help more than one, being organized can help more than one, because if you're organized, you won't need to stress over losing something or not getting something turned in on time. Staying organized just helps to keep everything running smoothly, which leads to less stressing. While all of this is true, managing one's time and staying organized are great ways to not stress as much. It really just depends on the person and what he or she is stressing out over. Stress is something that every living body will go through. It is something that one can't not go through. It's inevitable. People can stress out over the smallest things, but it is still stress and it can affect the body negatively. While some stress is worse than others, stress is stress. It is important to know the different ways that stress affects one's body because there are several different ways it does so. Stress can cause acne, headaches, loss of sleep, constant tiredness, high blood pressure, and even heart attacks. Ways to handle all of that is to manage your time and give yourself enough time to do what you have to do. Also, staying organized and keeping things in place can help not stress over the little things. However, there are so many small things such as managing your time, staying organized can help an individual not stress out as much.